Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into an operating system that's been going a lot of buzz, especially for those looking to breathe new life into older hardware. PrimeOS. If you ever wished you could run your favorite Android apps and games on your laptop or desktop with a proper desktop interface, then you're in for a treat. So what exactly is PrimeOS? In simple terms, it's an Android x86 based operating system designed to give you a full-fledged desktop experience on any x86 compatible device. Think of it as the best of both worlds, the vast apps ecosystem of Android combined with the familiarity and productivity features of traditional PC OS. Let's talk features, because PrimeOS packs a punch. Desktop-like interface. Forget fiddling with phone-like layouts. PrimeOS offers a proper taskbar, a start menu, multi-window support, and even customizable buttons for quick access to utilities. It feels remarkably like Windows or Mac OS, making the transition seamless for most users. Optimized Android gaming. This is a huge one for many. PrimeOS comes with a built-in DecaPro Gaming Center and a key mapping tool. This means you can map touch controls to your keyboard and mouse, giving you a serious edge in the mobile games like PUBG Mobile, Free Fire, and many others, all on a larger screen without the need for an emulator. Multi-window support. True, multitasking is here. You can run multiple Android applications in resizable windows, just like you'd on Windows or Linux. Drag, drop, minimize, maximize is all here. Productivity tools. Beyond gaming, PrimeOS designed for productivity. It offers features like keyboard shortcuts, file management, and even integrated Google services. Plus, with access to millions of Android apps, you can easily find Office suites, note-taking apps, and more. 4G connectivity on Primebook devices. Some Primebook laptops running PrimeOS even offer built-in 4G SIM connectivity, which is a game changer for learning and working on the go without relying on a Wi-Fi hotspot or dongles. Lightweight and responsive. Built-in on Android x86 project and optimized for performance, PrimeOS is designed to run smoothly even on older or low-specs hardware. Make it an excellent choice for breathing new life into sluggish machines. Now, you might be wondering, can my old machine run PrimeOS? The good news is, PrimeOS is quite programming when it comes to system requirements, which is one of its biggest strengths. System type, generally it supports 64-bit x64 systems. Processor, an Intel Core i-Series, 5th Gen, or AMD A8 7410, or above is recommended. Importantly, it needs proprietary instruction support. Graphics, Intel or AMD integrated graphics are generally well supported. NVIDIA GPUs can sometimes be tricky due to their driver compatibility, but improvements are always being made. RAM, while it can technically run on less than 2GB or 4GB of RAM, is a comparable starting point for a smoother experience, especially with multiple apps open. Storage, a minimum 16GB of free disk space is recommended for installation. Essentially, if you have an older laptop or desktop gathering dust, there is a good chance PrimeOS can run it into a surprisingly capable Android PC. Alright, let's put PrimeOS to the test and see how it stacks up against some of the big players in the OS world. This is where things get really interesting. First up, PrimeOS versus ChromeOS. ChromeOS is known for its simplicity, cloud integration, and lightweight nature. Perfect for web-centric tasks, it also supports Android apps, but often, though, a more restrictive or less optimized environment. PrimeOS, on the other hand, offers a more direct, desktop-like Android experience. You get native Android app support with a better integration and offer better performance for Android apps and games, especially with its key mapping compatibility. If you are heavily invested in Android apps ecosystem and want a true PC-like feel, PrimeOS often wins out. PrimeOS versus FydeOS. FydeOS is another Chromium-based OS that brings Android and Linux app support to the desktop. It focuses on speed, security, and a seamless cloud experience, similar to ChromeOS, but often with more flexibility. While both aim to bridge the mobile and desktop worlds, PrimeOS's core focus remains a highly optimized Android desktop experience, particularly for gaming and Android app usage. FydeOS, being Chromium-based, often leans more into web apps and a more integrated PrimeOS feel. It really comes down to whether your priority is a polished, home-like environment with Android apps or a pure Android desktop. Now for the heavyweight, PrimeOS versus Windows OS. Windows is the undisputed king of desktop computing, offering unparalleled software compatibility, professional-grade applications, and extensive hardware support. However, it can be resource-intensive and often struggles on older machines. Here's where PrimeOS shines. If you have old Windows machines and struggling, PrimeOS can give it a new lease on life with significantly better performance for everyday tasks and Android apps. You won't get same legacy software support as Windows, but for web browsers, media consumption, and especially Android gaming, PrimeOS is a fantastic, lightweight alternative. And finally, PrimeOS versus Linux OS. Linux, with distributions like Ubuntu, Fedora, or Mint, offers incredible flexibility, customizations, and strong open source principles. It's often lightweight and great for older hardware, but can have a steeper learning curve for a new user and sometimes requires more technical know-how for driver software issues. PrimeOS is simple, offering a more out-of-the-box experience for Android app users, while Linux can run Android apps via emulator or Nbox. PrimeOS provides a native, integrated experience. If you're compatible with command line and expensive customization, Linux is powerful. But if you want a familiar Android experience on a PC with minimal fuss, PrimeOS is the clear winner. So with all these options, how do we choose the right OS for you? Here are some key factors to consider. Your primary use case. Are you primarily gaming, browse, working with productivity apps, or a mix of everything? Hardware specifications. Is your machine old and slow or relatively modern? Software compatibility needs. Do you rely on specific Windows only or macOS only software? Familiarity and ease of use. How comfortable are you with learning a new interface or troubleshooting technical issues? Budget. Are you looking for a free solution or willing to invest in a paid OS? Security and updates. How important are regular security patches and features updates to you? Given all of this, why should you choose PrimeOS? Rich bands of old hardware. This is perhaps its strongest selling point. Give your old sluggish laptop a new lease on life. It's an eco-friendly and budget-friendly solution. Unleash Android apps on PC. Experience millions of Android apps and games on a larger screen with keyboard and mouse support. Something traditional Android devices can offer. Superior Android gaming experience. With DecaPro key mapping, it's a paradise for mobile gamers who want a precision control. Desktop-like productivity. Enjoy a familiar interface that boosts your experience for everyday tasks. Cost-effective. It's a pre-operating system, making it an accessible option for everyone. Simplicity. Compared to some Linux distributions, PrimeOS offers a more straightforward and user-friendly experience for those accustomed to Android. So, what's the final verdict of PrimeOS? PrimeOS isn't trying to replace Windows or macOS for heavy-duty professional works, nor a direct competitor to every Linux distro out there. Its strength lies in its niche, providing an incredibly capable desktop-optimized Android experience on x86 hardware. If you have an old PC collecting dust, if you are a mobile gamer looking for a competitive edge, or if you simply want to enjoy the vast Android apps ecosystem on a desktop interface, then PrimeOS is an absolute must-try. It's lightweight, efficient, and offers a unique blend of mobile and PC functionality that other operating systems can match. You can find the latest information and download PrimeOS directly from the official website primebook.in/PrimeOS. And let us know in the comments below what you think. Have you tried PrimeOS? What are your favorite features? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more tech deep dives, and ring the notification bell so don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.